Now, whoa, what happened to our machine here? Relax, guys. This is just a screenshot. This is what happens when you get hit by ransomware. In this case, somebody's website has been hit with a ransomware. It says, oops, your website have been encrypted. And it says, these are all the files that have been encrypted. It says to recover them, you can certainly do so, but you must pay. And then it shows you how you pay. And there's also a little timer to the left, as you can see. Typically, they give you 24 hours or 48 hours, or there's some sort of sense of urgency attached to this threat. And basically, they're holding your machine hostage. And if you don't get back to them, then all of your files get deleted. And here they're asking for a payment to be made in Bitcoin. Typically, that's how they would want you to pay, in a form of Bitcoin, because it's hard to trace. Like if you sent money with a credit card or through a bank transaction, it can be tracked. But with Bitcoin, it's a lot harder to track. Now let's look at security threats from a bit of a different angle, human vulnerabilities. So as you can see in the picture here, you have an average looking guy who could be a super villain. You just never know. So the first type that I want to talk about, and it's a very sophisticated type of attack, guys, it's called social engineering. Hackers use social skills with malicious intent to steal information. An example could be a cyber criminal pretending to be an IT help desk. So for example, if you have ever worked in a help desk environment, you know how help desk works. And let's say if you're a bad guy, you can call some random company XYZ and pretend to be an IT guy and use sophisticated IT help desk lingo and fool that person into believing that you're indeed an IT guy, and they may give you their username and password, and then you can use that information to break into their machine or their account and then compromise their machine and wreak havoc within that network. The other type of attack that falls under the umbrella of social engineering is called phishing attack. It's a fraudulent message, typically in a form of email, social media message, a text message, or a call sent pretending to be from a legitimate business to trick a victim into revealing sensitive information. An example could be email demanding immediate IRS payment. So typically during tax season, March through April timeframe, you'll see that there's this increase in these type of attacks where these bad actors on the internet start sending these demand notices pretending to be IRS, and they go, if you don't make a payment to IRS, here's the amount of money you owe in taxes. If you don't pay this within the next 24 hours, you will have FBI busting through your front door, and they put a fear of God in your heart. And for people that are not familiar with this and that are not very security centric, they may freak out and they may end up paying the bad guy. There's another attack called dictionary attack or a brute force attack. Now, this is a type of attack where a relentless attack is launched to find victims' password. An example here could be a dictionary attack tool used for guessing password. So for example, if your password is baseball123, this is a perfect candidate for a dictionary attack because it's a dictionary word and then the numbers are very straightforward, 1, 2, 3. If you had a strong enough machine that had really strong horsepower, you can use a dictionary attack tool to be able to guess that password in a matter of minutes. And another type of attack is called a physical security attack, and that's a type of attack used to break into a physical location using human vulnerability or a physical parameter flaw. So for example, someone pretending to be an employee, and let's say you use your badge, electronic badge, to get into your office, and all of a sudden you see somebody rushing behind you and they might be carrying a box and they go, could you please open the door for me? I left my badge in the car and I'm here to just drop off this box and I'm gonna walk right out. You may allow them to go in. Now they took advantage of your human vulnerability, right? You didn't check their badge and they kind of pressured you into walking into your office because they were carrying a box and you felt like, oh my God, I don't want to inconvenience them. and ask them for a form of identity. I'm just going to let them in. They gotcha. So these are some of the things you want to think about. And another big one, guys, is watch out for recently fired or disgruntled employees. If somebody is not happy at work and they're highly skilled, especially in the security department or advanced networking skills, or if you fired somebody recently, you gotta watch out. They might launch an active attack and you need to have measures in place to protect yourself. So some of the things you can do is, as soon as an employee is terminated, make sure their access is immediately removed from the system. So make sure it's all automated. You don't need a lot of human intervention. The only human intervention required will be somebody in HR tagging that employee to be terminated. As soon as they tag that employee, Active Directory and all those backend systems automatically just go ahead and remove access for that employee from all the different systems that employee had access to. And according to the US federal agencies, FBI, CIA, NSA, most cyber attacks are launched from within the organization. So while we invest a lot of money in buying bigger and beefier firewalls and spending millions of dollars in protecting our organizations from an outside threat, you never know. The threat might actually be lurking within your four walls. And what you need to do is not only look for threats from outside, but also have a mechanism in place to look for threats on the inside of your organization. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.